Thank you, Joe. Lawmakers returning to Lansing today to try and resolve the budget issues, and some of them spent their afternoon locked inside the House of Representatives. They were forced to stay put to vote on possible tax increases in an effort to fill that big budget hole. 24-hour News 8 political reporter Rick Albin is joining us live via the telephone right now with the latest on how the votes are going. Rick?
The first vote was just taken in the House after 8 hours of being locked down, call of the House they call it. After 8 hours, the first vote taken on the personal exemption index, which could have a broad effect over a number of people who use that exemption, could create about $55 million. We expect that to pass on a straight party line vote. There are a number of other tax bills that may come up for a vote tonight. $400 million in all could be on the table. But here's the real question. Is this a resolution budget, or is this a continuing process that suggests that this will be what the House sends to the Senate, and then the Senate may well not take up some of these bills, or they may not have the votes to do it? I talked to a lot of people today who expect this budget negotiation to go down to the very end, which would be the end of October, the 30th, and then again be down against one of those deadlines. But there are likely more votes to come on taxes this evening. But remember, just because they pass out of the House does not mean that they will pass into the Senate. So far, it does not look like there is any bipartisan support, at least on the first tax bill. There are at least a half a dozen others that could come up to about $400 million. We'll keep you updated and have the very latest as we go along. This process is still a long way from over. Back to you.
Thank you, Rick. Governor Granholm supports the tax increases and says that they're needed to move Michigan forward. She made her comments at an event announcing tax breaks for several companies from the Detroit area.
I think when you get into a budget crisis, everybody tends to hunker down and really to play defense and just to hold on to what we've got. But if we are to be strategic, we must invest in the things that are going to transform Michigan. And that transformation has to be economic development, like you saw right here, jobs, as well as investing in the future workforce.
Meanwhile, budget problems in Kent County could force the elimination of more than 100 jobs. The county needs to cut about $6.5 million and is proposing cutting 145 positions. Many of those are part-time jobs, meaning a total of 82 full-time jobs would be eliminated. The Sheriff's Department would lose the equivalent of 33 full-time jobs. The County Commission will have the final say on what gets cut.